Today, we're diving into something really powerful, a mission to heal what's often an invisible wound, generational trauma. It's this cycle of pain that gets handed down, and to break it, you've got to start with its most painful symptom.
Wow. I mean, that one sentence just cuts right to the bone, doesn't it? Because when that kind of emotional pain isn't dealt with, it doesn't just go away, it kind of ripples out. And you know who ends up carrying the heaviest part of it? The kids. But why? Why does that happen? How can someone's past just become someone else's present? To really understand that, we've got to go back to where it all begins.
And here we are. It so often starts right here, with a parent who's just emotionally spent. They're carrying these really deep wounds from their own childhood, maybe wounds they don't even fully get themselves.
Okay, so look at this. It's like a cause and effect, right? On one side, you've got the parent. They're carrying all this weight from their own horrible childhood. And because of that, they start to believe they're not good for anything. They can't even make sense of what's happening in their own life. So what's the result? Well, you see it on the other side. That heavy, heavy load gets passed on, and their child ends up living a miserable life, suffering the fallout from a fight that wasn't even theirs to begin with. So let's talk about that, this unseen burden. What does it actually mean to carry that load from your childhood? Because it's way more than just having some bad memories. It literally shapes the core of what you believe about yourself.
Okay, so in this context, the childhood trauma we're talking about, it's like carrying a heavy backpack from your past. And it's so heavy it just completely warps how you see yourself. It comes from never being shown love or joy. And that leaves this hole, right? And that hole just gets filled up with the belief that you're not good for anything.
And this is what that sounds like on the inside. It's like a radio station in your head that's just stuck on repeat, playing the same awful songs. I'm not good for anything. I don't deserve love. I don't deserve happiness. And this one is huge. I never had joy, so how can I possibly give it? That idea becomes this trap, a self-fulfilling prophecy that just runs your life.
But this is where things can change. This is the hopeful part. Because once you see the problem, you can start to fix it. And the mission, really, is to heal two people at the same time. The kids living in the house, and that little kid that's still living inside the parent.
And the mission is actually pretty straightforward, but it's incredibly powerful. It's all about helping people heal from the emotional trauma that led them into that miserable life in the first place.
So how do we do it? Well, it's basically a three-step plan to build a whole new family system. Step 1, help the parents heal their own trauma. That's the key. You have to do that first. That's what stops them from, throwing that heavy load onto their kids. And once you do that, what do you get? A family of emotionally balanced people, a whole new reality.
And what's so amazing is that this isn't just about making the bad stuff stop. It's about creating something totally new. It's this incredible, almost radical idea that you can feel things you have never felt before in your entire life.
Just let that sink in for a second. The goal is to experience the joy you never had, to feel the happiness and the love you never had. This isn't just about feeling okay. It's about discovering these huge, beautiful emotions for the first time. It's like giving yourself the childhood you were supposed to have.
So what's holding all of this up? What's the foundation for this entire healing journey? It all comes down to one very simple but absolutely revolutionary belief. It starts right here, with this one truth that completely shuts down that negative voice inside. They deserve love. And it doesn't stop there. It builds on that. They deserve happiness. And then it gets even bigger. It's not just about love and happiness. It's about the whole experience. They deserve everything.
And this is the bedrock. The one simple truth that takes that whole trauma narrative apart. Why do they deserve all this? Because they are enough. It's not something you have to earn or prove. It's just who you are.
So let's end with that. I want to turn that statement into a question, just for you. What if you are enough? Seriously, what if, just for a moment, you let yourself believe that? What would change?